Okay, so you know the first one, right? Interrogation. This is like the interview. You've been told by everybody around you that to get people to like you, you need to take an interest and ask questions. So you do that. You ask the questions you're curious about. You know, so what school do you go to? Do you like it here? What's your favorite sport? Do you have favorite food? You just go in question after question after question. No connection is being made, no storytelling, no laughing. It's just facts, exchanging facts, and the person knows it. And the worst part is that, like, dude, you and me know that you're trying your best, but to the other person, you just come across as so awkward and desperate for connection that it's cringe. And as much as I hate to admit this, it's kind of your fault. Because you've been told that, oh yeah, just ask questions, as if that's all you need. But no, people are weird, people are chaotic, people are emotional. You need to bring that energy to the conversation as well, not just this exchanging of information. So that's number one, interrogation. Number two, you know it, the yes-no trap. This is a devious one, and it tricks so many guys that don't know how to be social around people. You see, closed questions are very, very tough to get around. And you know what I'm talking about. Do you like soccer? Yeah? Cool. So do you like pizza? Yeah? You see, you get your answer, right? You're gonna get yeah or no. But let's be honest, people are not that in tune with what you're trying to do. You're trying to like build a connection, you know, get some rapport going, have a conversation. The other person is just answering the basic yes or no question you gave them. They're not gonna start, oh, what about you? What do you like to do? You know, people are just kind of in their own heads that way. So you need to drop the closed questions. They don't get you anywhere. In fact, they can kind of stunt you. It's like every time you answer the question, they'll respond, and then you have to build the conversation up again with a new question, and then they respond, and then you do the same over and over. So don't do it. Number three is what I call invisible interest. Now, you've probably been on both receiving and giving ends of this. It's when you're talking to somebody and either one of you just does not actually care about what is happening in the conversation. Even when one gives like some thread, like saying, hey, take this piece of connection that I'm giving you. Like for example, you know, I'm really into video game coding. Oh, that's cool. Just, you know, no reaction. They acknowledge what you said, but really they're not gonna press it any further. So this is actually, okay, it's bad if you're talking to somebody and they're giving this to you because it really means they don't care. But if you are giving this, which, you know, sometimes we do, it can actually be good if you're trying to, you know, as an introvert, not be in a conversation. Sometimes we just want to be left alone, and this can help with that. You know, it's kind of like a subtle way of saying, I am not going to be giving you the energy that you want. If you want that, go to somebody else. I am just going to be giving you one-word answers. And by the way, if you want a free guide to beginning your social journey as an introvert, as a shy guy, down below, I have it. I'll email it to you. And it's totally free, don't worry. See ya. Okay, this next one, painful. Experienced it so much, you probably have as well. And it's a symptom of watching too many of these videos, actually. It's called the overthinking freeze. Now, the overthinking freeze is when you are so concerned with what you want to say to make the connection, because you've seen so many of these videos that say, take an interest, do this, don't say this, say that, this, that. Your brain just like, it's like it's overloaded. It's like a robot that's now short-circuiting, and you just don't seem present, you're responding longer, you just seem so concerned with something else in your mind that the conversation just does not flow, it's stunted. You're not being present. And this is a death sentence for a connection being made. Otherwise, you may as well have just gone on your phone. All right, this is the one that happens to us almost every day. It's the mutual mirror. Now, let me give you the example first. Hi, how are you? Good, how are you? Yeah, good. That sounds familiar, right? It's because it's like almost 90% of the conversations we have with other people. And it's so bad because every time that we do this, we're trying to be polite. Both people are trying to be polite. But deep down, they're wishing for either one to cut the BS and get to a real conversational topic, something they can actually speak about with any level of interest. And most of the time, we're just too scared to actually take that. And so we just end up with this weird, like, neutered conversation that just feels like a writer wrote this as like their first example of how to write dialogue. Like, oh, and then Mike said, hey, how are you? And then James said, I'm good, how are you? And then Mike responded, that's good, see you later. And then James responded, see you, Mike. Beautiful. And then lastly, number 6, the passion misfire. Now, what does this one mean? Well, it's quite interesting. Now, we all have passions, okay? You know, some niche, some broad. And I'm an advocate for sharing your passions, even if they are a little bit on the weirder side, because it's genuinely how you divide who actually likes you and who doesn't like you, which you want to know that. But this is the disclaimer. I do believe there should be some rapport built first. So when you immediately jump in and talk about how much you love, I don't know, Chinese anime, that can be, you know, a good connection maker. But to the majority of people, they aren't going to find that connection. And it's like you've shot your thread, and they've unintentionally shut it down. They don't relate to what you're saying at all. And the conversation just dies, goes limp. Now, it's not completely over from there, it's not Jover, but you do need to find a new angle to approach it from, which at that point, you may as well have not even mentioned the passion at all if you're gonna have to restart the conversation to get it back on track. So, these are the 6 ways that the conversation can die if you don't approach it properly. You know, very random, but hey, I hope it's not help. Why can I not speak today? You know, I'm actually no. It's because my nose is like acting up. Anyway, take action, learn from failure. I'll see you.